Hi there Aquarius, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your weekly intuitive tarot reading for August 31st through to September the 6th. Aquarius, let's see what is on the cards for you this week, beginning with the Work Your Light Oracle, to see what the overarching theme or message may be for you. Stop. Oh, I had this for another sign, the ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. This really, for me, kind of says that some of you might be feeling really vulnerable because of the changes that you are going through. Now, for me, that it's happening for you, not to you, is that sometimes when we're going through transitions and we can feel hard done by if we lose that job, if we fall on hard times, but often these things are happening because you're being moved or shifted towards your true path, towards your purpose. And sometimes there needs to be, tough situations to do that. Otherwise, we would just carry on the wrong path. So, it's happening for you. There's always that silver lining. There's always that gift, even though it doesn't seem like it. But at the moment, you might be feeling cracked open after releasing something, after making a big decision or change in your life, Aquarius. Let's get your Yogic path card. Kundalini, well, some of you might be going through a new level of ascension, of awakening, getting downloads, that kind of thing. Kundalini Shakti is that energy that resides in the base of the spine. It is our full potential. When it awakens, it travels up the spine. It unlocks that lotus in the mind, the brain, the pineal gland, our true potential, and all of the power that comes with it. That is the ultimate. I don't like the word goal, but of yoga traditions and things like that. But for some people it happens spontaneously, and it's happening for more and more people. And sometimes that doorway just starts to creak open, and we can get a little experience. We can feel that energy moving. So some of you might be reaching new levels of ascension this week. So yeah, it's an interesting concept, that guys, you might want to Google that and have a bit of a read. Aquarius, I'm going to get your tarot story out now, beginning with the energy of your recent past, what you might be journeying, the energy leaving, completing, or transitioning in your life. Well, Four of Cups. Yeah, you might be moving away from what no longer fulfills you. And I think there's a big theme of that at the moment, moving closer to purpose by stepping away from what truly doesn't work for us anymore. Change, swift change. Maybe after an ending. Let's get out your near future outcome energy here, Aquarius. I'm going to take that. Oh, the Star. Beautiful. That's your card, Aquarius. Either way, you are moving into a place of rebirth, right? Cracked open, vulnerable, to move towards your divine purpose. I've got the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck as an indicator to refocus your energy now on what really matters. And that's where you'll gain that true abundance that you desire. Let's clarify. Clarifying the Four of Cups for your Aquarius. Here it goes. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness. Justice and the Devil, oppression. Oh. So some of you are moving out of a very toxic time. Maybe one where you just feel like your hands have been tied. Let's clarify the Eight of Wands, which is that swift change that is upon you. There we go. Yeah, stepping through the portal, guys. There's the point of change. And the Page of Wands can also be good news. Good news coming. It's the good omen here, positive omen. Let's clarify the Star for you, Aquarius. Your energy showing up here. Yeah. Ten of Wands. Release. And the Knight of Wands. Move forward, my friend. Transformation, or the Death card, is at the bottom of this deck. Wow, guys, I'm going to say that there is a strong energy of rebirth on this reading. No wonder you've got the Kundalini card here. Like, we often go through a sort of quantum leap in our awakening, or if you don't sort of, if you're not familiar with that sort of term, our consciousness, we have a leap in our wisdom. When we go through a difficult time, it just happens, right? We just wisen up, and that could be the kind of awakening that you're getting here. There is a big transition, a huge release. I've now got the Ten of Wands, Justice, the Death card. So let's read them. Aquarius, yeah, recent past, or you might still be transitioning through this at the moment. Huge energies. There's a situation here where you have potentially brought justice to a situation that was holding you back in a fundamental way. I mean, the energy of the devil, excuse me, in this particular deck is called oppression. So I feel like there was something that was holding you back, suppressing, oppressing you, and maybe keeping you from your true potential, keeping you confined, right? So that you can't liberate and rise up above it. It can be, anything from a toxic relationship to a self-limiting belief, an illusion that you're buying into, debt situations, addictions, codependencies, controlling or manipulating people in the workplace. It's all of those kinds of things. And really, there's come a moment where you've been like, right, well, I need to bring justice to this. I need to bring that change to the situation, to free myself, to liberate myself, because there's a sense of things being out of balance here. Maybe, there are wrongs that need to be righted. So that's what I'm seeing with these cards. And the Four of Cups, I think, is you, before the justice was served in this situation, or you made the change, you were already starting to pull away from the situation. The Four of Cups shows somebody who has kind of had that awakening to the fact that the fulfillment, the joy and satisfaction that they desire is not available in this situation. And, that's the point of change, because maybe in the past you were buying into this devil energy, but there was a point where you're like, no, this is not right. This doesn't feel right, and it's not serving any purpose. And I think you went through the process first of retreating your energy from it, understanding that this wasn't going to provide or meet you on the emotional level that you needed. And you have a bigger dream, 3 Cups, a new manifestation here. You want a strong foundation somewhere else. That's what I'm seeing. And I mean, justice can be anything from, making that fundamental change of, okay, I'm not going to engage with this, and I'm putting a firm plan in place to move away from it, all the way through to seeking legal advice, divorce, separation, finding your work contract, seeing what your rights are to step out of it. Some of you might be dealing with even property, property agreements. You might have needed to leave a home. I mean, the Eight of Wands can be, relocation, travel. You might have needed to get out of a situation. So seeing what those rights are. But justice is really that energy that comes in to rebalance things. And, I really feel like you're going to get victory over this energy here, Aquarius. Now we've got, transformation, or the Death card with this. I've just revealed the Seven of Swords here as well. So there could have been something going on behind the scenes. There can be betrayal, deception. It can come in all different forms. But there's a sense here that somebody did not have your back, did not have your best interests at heart. And now things are changing. They're being exposed. The illusion is being shattered. And it's releasing you. Well, I love this Death card because it shows somebody who's coming out of the chamber, out of maybe even depression, out of a dark time. It's almost like in the Judgment card where we see the people launching out of those small black boxes and liberating themselves. This is a liberation point. You're following the light of the star now, right? It's leading you. You're being guided through the situation, and it's going to clear the slate for you. I mean, the point of change, the acknowledging the darkness and making those steps away from it is the first point of the new beginning. So the Death card can mean there is a cycle ending in your life. Maybe a cycle where maybe in the past you would have put up with a situation like this, but now absolutely you're bringing justice to it. You're standing up against it. Maybe you're communicating your truth to somebody. Maybe you're saying, hey, I see what you're doing. Whatever it is, you know, you're ending that cycle, you're surrendering and moving forward into that light. So beautiful. It can be a personal transformation too, one that's going to raise your consciousness, have you ascending. And remember, guys, it's happening, you know, for you, not to you, because it's moving you towards the light, towards your purpose. The Eight of Wands here, guys, is swift change. You know, as soon as you've kind of initiated that justice, that change, things start to move forward at pace. Some of you might be physically moving away from the situation, relocating homes, returning to a homeland. It can be that kind of energy. This could also be together, this combination, Page of Wands and Eight of Wands, good news coming in over the, you know, social media, you know, phone call, over the airwaves, you know, over the electronic means. Good news coming in, maybe that, you know, about justice being served on this person. Good news of the path forward, the new opportunities ahead. This is definitely a good news combination here, absolutely. But it means that, you know, whatever the news is, it's going to move you forward, and I think the change is going to be quite sudden. You know, that's really with the Eight of Wands. It's moving at pace, if I can just say that. The Page of Wands, you know, is the card of good news, but it's also the card of, you might have been feeling a little bit in the desert before this, you know, not really knowing what that path forward is, but then the news comes in and shifts you, and all of a sudden, you know, you can take that inspired action. You know what you need to do to move forward, and you know that there's new growth elsewhere. And even though you don't really know kind of what's in the future, you can just see, Aquarius, that it's bright ahead and you need to move towards it, because there's a sense that in the current situation, there's nothing more to be gained, and you can sense that oppression in it. So the Page of Wands in this particular deck looks over her shoulder, you know, acknowledging the lessons that the situation has brought her, but also acknowledging that there's nothing here for her anymore. So she steps into the light, even though she doesn't know what the destination is. And I always see this here as like a portal or stargate, or almost like a chrysalis, right? And she's going in there to transformation. There is a rebirth here. So some of you might go through a little kind of hermit stage, and you're going to come out the other side renewed. So that's what I'm seeing here, guys. It's a beautiful, beautiful card, that one. So in the near future outcome position here, Aquarius, Aquarius, there you go. 10 of Wands, Knight of Wands, and the Star. Well, the 10 of Wands is the release, you know, finally you can breathe that sigh of release and let this go, you know. This is the liberation. This is the weight coming off the shoulders, the tension or stress leaving, and it's going to open up new opportunities for you, because the person that carries the 10 of Wands, their vision is clouded. So I even feel like back when you were sort of making the change or bringing the justice to the situation, you know, you really couldn't see the opportunities beyond this. But, you know, the transition this week is that once this has been released, you're going to see all these other pathways open up to you. That is definitely the 10 of Wands energy for me. So it is completion. It is a number 10. We've got the Death card here as well. So this is definitely coming to a head and being released. And then it's about healing and forward movement. I mean, the Star is the energy of rebirth. It is the energy of rebalancing those emotional waters of life. When you do feel a bit cracked open, like that ever-unfolding rose, when you do feel a bit vulnerable, this is about healing on an energetic level as well. Those 7 stars are said to represent the 7 main chakras in the body. We're rebalancing, we're ascending here. And what I truly love about the Star energy is it's the card of divine wish fulfillment, and it says that you are being guided towards that, you know, taking a step closer to the best life or whatever you desire. And the Knight of Wands is that fiery energy that gets in your belly, Aquarius, to move you, to charge forward to your next frontier. The Knight of Wands is that passion and purpose. It is a commitment to new manifestations. And, you know, we're moving from the Page of Wands to the Knight of Wands, and the Page of the Wands is the person who knows, yes, I need to leave this behind. I'm going through the portal. And the Knight of Wands is like, yeah, now I'm on the other side. I'm getting on the horse and I am charging forward to my new beginning, guided by the star. And just acknowledging the Queen of Pentacles over here for me, Aquarius, you know, she is the energy of Capricorn. We've got the devil in this reading. It says that you've danced with the devil and you've come out the other side. You're now regrounding yourself, focusing your energies on what truly matters, the real opportunities. And through doing that, you know, they will expand into the abundance that you desire. Just keep working the process, and that star will guide you towards, you know, a much brighter time. Oh, I love this reading, Aquarius. It's very, very positive. Beautiful energy there, the star. It's one of my favorite cards. Aquarius, I'm going to leave it there, and I do hope you enjoyed the reading. Keep in mind it's a general reading for the collective. It may not be your reading this week, although I do believe there's always something for everybody in each reading. If you're called to share, leave me a comment. I do read each and every one, and I try to respond to as many as I can. It helps me get to know you guys and connect with your energies. And I'll see you back here next week for another weekly message.